Let's get real. Most data engineers think productionalization is a checklist. Let me tell you what that mindset buys you. A $10,000 cloud bill and a client ready to walk out the door. I know because it happened to me. Not some rookie, not some intern, me. With decades of experience thinking that I was bulletproof because my code worked in dev. So here's your wake-up call. If you think your pipeline is ready for production, prove it. Pause this video, download that checklist below, and see if you could check every box honestly. Because if you fudge a single answer, that's where your next disaster lives. And don't click away, because in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the $10,000 mistake that almost cost me a client and how to bulletproof your handoff so it never happens to you. Still feeling confident? Here is what arrogance costs you in the real world. One failed daily pipeline, $30,000 in SLA penalties. One overlooked configuration, $10,000 gone in a week on runaway compute. One "it works on my laptop" moment, and a client relationship dead in the water. If you've never seen your work torch a budget or destroy trust, you're either lucky or you haven't been given enough responsibility. But stick around, because I'm going to show you what burned me and how to keep your head off the chopping block. You know what separates engineers who get promoted from the ones who get replaced by AI? Or the next consultant? Ownership. Anyone can build a pretty dashboard, spin up a pipeline that works with perfect data. But when production hits and things go sideways at 3 a.m., you find out who actually is built for the real world. So, let me put it bluntly. If your deployment isn't automated, your configurations are hard-coded, your alerting is non-existent, or your documentation's missing, your project is a liability, not an asset. And don't kid yourself. According to the 2025 Data Engineering Survey, 62% of project failures come from poor handoff and missing production controls, not bad code. Before you start congratulating yourself for clean code, ask, would I bet my paycheck that this pipeline survives when I go on vacation next week? In 60 seconds, I'm going to show you what happened when I failed that test. Here's where I earned my scars. Early in my cloud career, I obsessed over optimizing every line of code, playing with every ADF feature, tuning every workflow, except the basics.
The failsafe should have kicked in.
Configuration management, alerting, and monitoring were things that I didn't think of. First production run, a tiny misconfiguration sent that pipeline into a death spiral. We didn't catch it for days. The cloud bill jumped by 10 grand. I had to get on a call and explain to the client why my pipeline was eating through their budget. My manager looked me dead in the eye and said, "Did you even test this outside your dev box?" Humiliating doesn't even begin to describe it. But here's the lesson. If you're not building your handoff, you're building a time bomb. I'll break down the non-negotiable checklist next. Go ahead and pause, grab it now, and score your own pipeline as we walk through it. Ready for the only checklist that matters? Here we go. 1. Automate everything. If you're clicking buttons to deploy, you're doing it wrong. 2. Parameterize and modularize. No hard-coded paths. No secrets in code, ever. 3. Logging, monitoring, and alerts. If you can't see what's happening when it's happening, or you get notified when it fails, your pipeline is already failing you. There are some great tools out there like Orchestra that really help with this piece. 4, resilience and recovery. Retries, dead letter queues, and things like that. If you don't know these words, Google them right now. 5, performance and scalability. Test with production volumes. No exceptions. If you are not load testing your code, you are testing for failure. 6, security and compliance. Mask data, lock access, audit everything. GDPR, HIPAA, SOX. Ignore these regulations at your own risk and at your business's budget. 7, SLA and runbook. Document it, distribute it, review it. If you're not the one on call, someone else better know what to do at 3 a.m. or you're gonna get that phone call. 8, handoff for the business. FAQs, walkthrough, ownership assigned. If it breaks and you're the only one who can fix it, you are the single point of failure. 9, ownership and governance. Name and ownership for every pipeline. If everyone owns it, nobody does. How many boxes did you skip or just flat out lie to me about? Because that is your next outage or why you got fired. I'll walk you through a live failure and recovery scenario in a minute so that you can see what it really looks like when that checklist isn't followed. Let's make it real. I once skipped environment configs and overwrote 2 weeks of test files on the first production run. The fallout? The client was livid. The team lost a month of work and I was one mistake away from being replaced. You're going to remember that first big screw up. The question is, will it end your credibility or be the reason you finally get serious about production? I rebuilt my reputation by making my checklist public and bulletproofing every handoff since. You want to become indispensable? Make yourself replaceable first. I'm going to lay down a challenge at the end of this video to tie this together in a real-world project that gets you hired, not just noticed. So, here's your gut check. Would you bet your paycheck your pipeline survives if you disappear for the week? Can anyone pick it up, recover from a failure, and still meet the SLA? Are your docs actually read and tested, or just gathering dust and Git? If you can't answer these in the affirmative, then your pipeline is failing you and your company. Download the checklist. Score yourself ruthlessly. Show your worst pipeline disaster in the comments right now. I'm gonna break down the wildest ones in a future video, and yeah, I'm gonna get out there and roast my own as well. If your team is tired of firefighting, or you're ready to finally sleep through the night, book a call. I'll show you what world class looks like. Now, here's that challenge. I want you to go out and pull all of these lessons together. I want you to walk through a full end-to-end use case of a real-world scenario and a real-world project, and go ahead and productionalize it in Git, provide all of your documentation, leave the link down below and share it in public, and maybe I'll go out there and give you specific feedback to make sure that you are ready for production. Thank you so much for spending this time with me as we went through the Data Engineering 101 series. I hope to see you on a future live session, and until next time, keep your pipelines clean and your queries lean.